Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to part 2 and the finishing part. I know that I'm going to be able to finish this in this part, but this is Kerby Rosanes World Within Worlds, and I did do all of this in watercolour paint in my last video. Now for the details, I'm going to use my Prismacolor. Now normally I wouldn't because the paper's a little bit textured now because of that watercolour. Let me check the other side. I mean, it's not, there's a couple of areas that are shadowed and it's gone over the edges a little bit there, but it's not too bad, to be honest. I could still call that page after me saying yesterday about using the other one.
Why did the tomato blush?
Why did the tomato blush? Alexa, stop. I've had that thing off all this morning, just on another note, because my daughter was laughing her head off. When you ask it what's the temperature now, she was laughing her head off. I'll probably share it on Instagram. It's hilarious. Yeah. So I'll use my Prismacolor, and I've cut out some tracing paper to cover over this when I do the splatters on the background. Now, I think I should get the centre done first because I'm not going to put a whole load of detail in the centre. And you see, even the cloud colour that I chose, it worked out pretty good, to be honest. There's the deer, there's the, are they alpaca them? I think they're alpaca or lemurs. And like the tree trunks that I didn't manage to colour yesterday. And the astronaut outfit, that'll be really easy to colour. So some shadowing. Is that going to be dark enough? That's goldenrod. Let me just test. No, it's too light. Oh, there we go. That might do. Light umber. I just want to add. Yeah, this will work. Just shadows in certain areas. If you did watch the first video, you would have seen I went over the top with these just to deepen them up, but it sort of to make it look a bit dirty, not like a brand new structure. But it's not as dark as I would like, and it's probably easier just to add a little bit of pencil just to deepen it up a little bit. We'll do one side of the stairs. I think that's what I did yesterday. And same with this side, so it needs to be here. So I'm not doing any miraculous shading or anything with these pencils. I just want to get colouring just to deepen up certain areas. And I've not decided yet whether I want to use ink or even gouache to go over this with white. That's why I'm not bothering with too much of the detail, so I'm going over the top of it. I might add a little bit of black as well, actually. See what it looks like when I finish doing this colour. Oh, it needs to be this side, wrong side. Yeah, I think I'll add a touch of black. Yeah, that's better. Let's make it stand out a little bit more. The reason that I love the Kerby boots, I mean, you could sit here for hours and hours making this a really detailed, beautifully blended page, or you can just make it really fun, quick and easy. I find that the paper's really good at taking any sort of meaning that I've chucked at it, to be honest. And when you're not in the mood, you know, like for instance, like a double page spread, if you're not in the mood for something like that, these single pages are just perfect. I've just had a dead good idea as well. I've got something gloss, it's called, I'll pull it out shortly, and when I've done the white I'm going to go over the top and make this glossy. I think that'll look pretty cool actually. I'm sure I've got a crackle effect thing, I don't know if it's good anymore. I've had that for a very very long time. Make it look like it's cracked. Almost missed that bit at the top. So alpacas or lemurs, llamas, what colour are they? I'm just going to play it safe and do them like a brown cream colour, because I'm not 100% sure. We'll do the fur in a brown, and then I'll go over the top with a cream. Deepen that up actually, just a little bit.
There are no...
I'm gonna have to mute you today. There you go, you're muted. Sienna brown, and then that other one. It's just coming up now, shopping list, bread. I don't think I've ever asked that. I can't read the name of the last colour, but it's PC943. Like that, and then the next pencil, I think, I'm pretty sure it's just called cream. Yeah. So tree trunks, back to the browns. That's light umber again. I think that'll suit. And then to deepen that up a little bit, dark umber. Just right underneath, just to give it a bit of a shadow. And I just want to do something with them clouds. That's 50% cool grey. Just basically going over all the areas that I've like got wisps. It's not grayscale. It's them extra lines, just going over them. I can't stress it enough that it's just meant to be a fun colouring page. I don't want to be using 1,000,001 pencils. Just want it to be fun. And if I was doing this and I weren't filming, I'd have my music on and I'd get it done even quicker. We've got the deer at the bottom as well. Let's not forget him. We'll do the antlers in light umber again. And then the body, sienna brown. And add a touch of green, and then I think that'll be enough for them, that area. Marine green, because I did add the different colours of green with the watercolour. That saved me adding loads of this. I think that'll do the trick. So I just need to do the astronaut's outfit. Now I do think a warm grey would be better. That's cool grey. And I think a warm grey would be better. 50% warm grey. No, I think I'll stick with 70% warm grey and then the straight up black. Just to add some shadows and whatnot. And then we can get to the fun bit. So let's have a see what it'll look like with the black. That's not too bad. So yeah, I am still following where Kerby's put some of the, well, what he's telling us to be darker areas, but I added my own as well yesterday. It just adds a little bit something extra. I think it's worth doing. It doesn't take too long. That would have looked good if it was all in black and white and everything else was really colourful, even like the suit. That would have looked pretty good. Oops. There's going to be all sorts on the page behind. I keep slipping. Right, so we did that side. Start moving up. Back in with that black. I'll just go straight across here. I know there's no shadow there, but I think it'll look better with it added. It's such little work that I think it's really effective. Just 2 colours. So I'm going to get everything else out that I need. I think the plan is I'll do the splatter effect first because that will dry a lot quicker. Yeah, do the splatter effect first, that'll dry quicker. Then I'll go over this with the white and then I'll find that, I think it was called liquid glaze. Liquid glaze for over the top. Yeah, so that's the plan. So I've got everything out that I think that I'll need for the splatter effect, and then I think I'll use this for going over this area. The Dr. B.H. Martin's bleed proof white. And I did just find the crackle accents, but it's not coming out. I thought it was completely dry, but when I've tried to get it out, it's dried that now. It's completely, yep, so bin that one. But it is called the Satin Glaze Liquid Slow Drying Extender for acrylic colours. And this is meant for when you're doing acrylic pictures, so you can blend the paint for a lot longer. But I've found See, this says it's matte. I'm sure it's this one, or is it not? It might not be this one actually. It's not. There's another one. Let me find it. So take 2. It's not that one because that is matte. Yeah, matte. It's this one. Gel, brilliant gloss, by Studio Acrylics. I'm hoping. Yeah, we're still good. We're still good. So I've got my tracing paper. I'm just going to have to roughly put these on. I don't think it's not going to be perfect. Just like that, maybe. Then I've got that one for there. Got that one for there. And then I've got a teeny tiny one for there. Now stay. Right, what I want to do with this, I'm just going to use the lid. I think we'll go with this one. Just wet the brush. Oh, it's still wet from last time, so that's alright. So I've added a decent amount there. Let's see. Oops, I'm losing them already. And it just flick. It's not, is it ink this or is it paint? I'm not too sure what it is, to be honest. And that's why I'm glad I took my mat up. Now, I'm not watering this down too much just yet because I want this to be really opaque. So add some more. And I'll add a little bit more water now. Where's my pipette? There it is. Let's give that a mix. I should be able to get bigger droplets now. Yeah. I'll do higher up, and you probably won't pick it up on camera, but tiny little spots. So let's just get this off my finger before it dries. Then get that in there. I'm going to leave that to dry for at least 10 minutes or so. And then use the same thing, but I'm going to water this down loads. I'm not going to put any more of this paint, ink, whatever you want to call it, in. What does it say that it is? It doesn't say. But it's good stuff, whatever it is. So let me remove these now as carefully as I can. Yeah, so leave that for a couple of minutes. Let it do its thing, and then we'll go over the rest of it with the white really watered down. I think with the actual planets I'm going to use a pen so I can get it detailed and add like little stars to it. Some of the areas are still a bit wet, the bigger blobs. I'll just be careful of them areas. So more water, I need quite a bit. I'll have to probably pour this out of here before I finish. Let me just test this. That might be still too pigmented. Let's just test it on the paper. I can always wipe it. Oh no, that's fine. Actually, I might need a little bit more. I'm gonna have to be careful with this because of the watercolour underneath. Yeah, so I'm gonna add a little bit more. try and get this down as quick as I can. I'm going to switch to a bigger brush. Just to get this down as quick as I can, so I'm not messing around with that watercolour underneath too much. Now, because of the wax as well from the Prismacolor, it's going to dry a little bit weird, this, but I think it might add to it. See the greens being smudged there. So that'll be enough. That'll be enough. Let me just clean this brush off. Take off some of the water. Just lift it up in some areas. And I think I'll just leave that now. Leave it, let it dry, and then I'll be able to use that gel to make it shiner. While that's drying, I might as well. I was having issues with that Posca pen again last night. See how many times I was scribbling down to get it going. I was thinking I can't have used it up already. So we'll stick with the trusty. What they call these, just acrylic paint pens. I do normally have these linked in my description, so I'll return the paper just so I can get some details on these planets. Yeah, now that I'm using this again, they're just so much better than that Posca pen. I bought a backup of that as well, so I feel stupid now. So a couple of dots on this one because I'm not going to be able to do too much, it's too small. And we'll do a couple of them as well on here once this is dried. So we're back to the waiting game again. So you can see now that it's drying, it's still drying. Not as pigmented, because I was worried there for a second thinking, oh god, have I put too much on? But it doesn't look too bad, so fingers crossed. So we're all dry. It's dried just how I wanted it. So you can still see the white, but you can still see certain areas poking through it a little bit more. Now this layer as well will act as another layer. So I'm hoping, keeping my fingers crossed that it doesn't cover it too much. I haven't used this. Again, I keep saying this about a lot of my things. I need to reorganise everything and remember what I've got to pull things out exactly like this to get using it again. So what's that in the lid? So I'm just going to put this all over. That's probably too much, but we'll see. And this will take a while to dry. We'll stick with the flat brush, I think. I think what I might do actually, I have put too much on. I'm going to take some of the excess off and do a few layers of this. Let that first layer dry, then use that and go over the top of it again to make it extra glossy. Yeah, because I put way too much on. So maybe I'll do 2 or 3 layers to get it used. So just try and evenly, as best as I can. There we go, we're getting there. Sort of future reference, don't use that much. I might even use the heat gun, but really far back. And that's what I'll do. So I'll get the heat gun, plug it in, and hold it really, really far back. Just so I can, I'm going to use all this. I'm going to make sure I use all of this, and it'll be really, really thick as well. So heat gun, ready, plugged in. This was a Ranger heat gun. This is a Ranger heat gun, so I was gifted this kind of by a friend. I'm holding it quite far back. Don't want to burn the paper. It does get really, really hot, this thing. You can see that glossy effect already though. Let's go ahead and do layer 2. This layer is going on a lot easier. Heat gun again. I wonder, I've got a little container, a little plastic container. I wonder if I can take that out, because I really don't think I'm going to be able to use that much, and I don't want to waste it. But I've got a little plastic container that I had glitter in, and that's what I'll do. I'll do one more after this though, and then I'm going to do some white to try and make it look like a reflection almost. Yeah, the paper's now starting to do this, so I'm going to have to be careful with this heat gun. It's getting to the point where it's saying no more, no more. Dries so quick, that stuff. Right, one more layer. We'll try and be cheeky and just get one more on. I think I'm pushing my luck here, to be honest. Put this to one side. Not get it all over my desk. Dries unbelievably quick. That is crazy. So you can see now how glossy that is. I think that's super cool. So I'll stick with the same pen. Just test. Yep, we're working. And then go around, push this down. I'll make that a little bit thicker. Then maybe one down here. And then just the smaller one at the top. We'll do one here as well. And maybe just like one little star. One little star there. And just some random dots. I think that is done. Or shall I do one across? No, I was going to do one straight across, but I'm trying to give it the illusion of it. I don't think that'll work. Why will it? I'll try and curve it. This might have been a big mistake. Maybe like that. Right, that is enough now. So if I turn this light off, just look at it in natural light, I'm hoping that the camera will pick it up, and it is really, really glossy. There you go. Well, it turned out how I imagined it anyway. Well, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.